Okay, let's have a look at the fuzz face that I've just made. It's got some modifications. It's got an external bias, so you can play around with the transistor bias. You can get it sort of very smooth and fuzzy to that sort of broken trumpety kind of sound. It gets much louder as you crank the bias, so just to be aware of that. And it also has a thick and a thin switch. So you got some tonal options there depending on what guitar you're playing. Speaking of, I'm playing a Rev Star with HB90s here. That's on the bridge pickup. So for a fuzz face, the noise floor is pretty acceptable. Bit of single coil hum. And what's great, I've got the volume all the way down here on the guitar, and I'm not picking up French long wave radio or anything like that. It's got two filtering stages inside, so it really behaves itself. While the volume's down, I'll show you the volume cleanup. A bit brighter up here, a bit skinnier and a bit brighter on that switch setting. So probably nicer if you're on humbuckers, you might want to make it a bit brighter. It will start to sound very loud and broken as we crank this up. I might drop the volume on the pedal a bit. Sound. Imagine if someone could, that could play well was doing this. is. I used people always want sort of BC 183s and BC 108s and whatnot in the fuzz. It's silicon, by the way, in the fuzz factories. But I used 2N222As because I thought they sounded really nice. I'm not going to give all that nonsense. Oh, this sounds more like a germanium transistor nonsense. They just sound nice, and you know, I selected the HFEs so that the bias is effective. If they match too well, the bias doesn't do much. They have to be a little bit offset. But the transistors are socketed, so if you wanted to swap the transistors, then go ahead. But I think it's sounding pretty awesome. I'm very happy with it. Lots of wires inside this one. You can't really make these without, you know, 3 knobs and a switch and all the true bypass wiring. It is what it is. Hopefully I've managed to keep it pretty neat. So thank you for looking.